So you have filed a petition for non-disclosure on a
Yes.
DWI.
Yes.
The problem is that, and the way that I read the law is that non-disclosures are used when someone has done a deferred adjudication, they've successfully completed it, and then they are allowed to, because they've completed successfully, have whatever case they did the deferred on sealed so that the general public cannot see it. You took a conviction on this case. If I remember correctly, you took a straight conviction on this case. So I don't think that you're eligible for a non-disclosure unless you can show me differently.
I mean, it happened like 6 years ago. So, I mean, I thought by the state of Texas, you're allowed to get a non-disclosure, if not expunged, if you only have one offense of a DWI.
No, the law. No, what matters is what happened on your case. The time, the length of how long it was ago, the numerical, the number of how many you have doesn't make a difference as far as whether to grant this non-disclosure or not. So, unless you can show me differently, I just don't think that you're eligible for a non-disclosure. I mean, look, Ms. Wickenhofer, I love to grant non-disclosures because I love to see people trying to better their lives. So if I could, I would, but I can't. I absolutely love it when people try to better themselves. It's great. But you took a straight conviction. I think if I remember correctly, it was like, let me see, I can pull it up here.
I think it was my lawyer's decision. And to me, like, it's my life. So at the end of the day, my lawyer decided on what to do, and I didn't really know what was going on.
You can't say that because they go over all the plea paperwork with you. They tell you exactly what's happening. And
well, why would I file for guilty or anything if I don't want it on my record? That's my thing, is I wouldn't file for guilty if I want it.
I mean, I can't really get into your mind about what happened about 5 years ago. I don't know what was going on in your life 5 years ago. All I know is that you pled guilty to this offense. You were sentenced to 4 days in jail with credit for the 2 days that you had. And we didn't.
I didn't even do days in jail though. I didn't do any days in jail.
Sorry?
I didn't any what you're saying right now is not what happened. So I didn't
do got what's in essence called time served, meaning that you walked out of here because you pled guilty and you got a 90-day license suspension. The sentence technically is 4 days in jail. We gave you credit for the 2 days that you did, so you didn't have to do any jail time.
Oh, okay.
The only thing you did was incurred a 90-day license suspension. I even rolled your court costs so you wouldn't owe anything, where normally people pay around $3,500. So we also did that for you. So, but by virtue of the plea, you're not eligible for disclosure.
But I just, to me, that doesn't make any sense. So just because I pled non-consent, or I needed to plead non-consent, to me, like, I don't go out and get into trouble all the time. I'm no criminal. So to me, like, I didn't know those things, and I don't believe that those things were communicated to me, that I had to plead a certain way. So that way, later down the road, when I'm trying to get it off my record, and it's not even about bettering my life is better than it's ever has been before. It's not about me trying to, it is better. And the fact that I didn't know that, I don't feel like I should be tormented or felt, disciplined because I didn't know exactly how to plead, because I haven't ever been through this before, if that makes sense. I've never been through this before. So to me, I shouldn't be disciplined or held against my will because I didn't know exactly how to plead. I've never done this before, and I don't have guidance on how to plead because I don't know a bunch of criminals just hanging out telling me how to work the courts. So to me, it's kind of messed up because I don't know exactly what to say or when to say it. I just listened to my lawyers at the end of the day, and I still obviously didn't do the right thing. So if you could please.
A Texas teacher stood before Judge David Fleischer with a simple plea: She wanted a
purposely
second
meant to do
chance.
this to myself
6
by
years after a
accidentally pleading the
DWI
wrong thing.
conviction,
Obviously,
she was
I
trying
meant
to
to plead the
seal it
right
from
thing so it
public
can come off
view
my
to
record.
protect
I'm a
her
teacher
career and her
at a junior
children.
high right now.
She
I'm actually
argued
at
she
work
never meant to
now.
plead
I
guilty,
have two little
that she was
kids.
just following her
I'm trying to
lawyer's
teach my
lead in a
business,
system
but
she didn't understand.
obviously
Her
I
voice
just want it
trembled
to
with the
be
weight of a mistake that now
non-disclosure
threatened to
so I don't have
define
to
her
ever
future.
file
The
for this
courtroom fell
anymore, and I don't have
silent,
to, it doesn't have
hanging on
to
her desperate hope for
stay with
mercy and
me
a
for the
clean
rest of my
slate.
life. Understand that circumstance, because obviously I wouldn't have purposely meant to do this to myself by accidentally pleading the wrong thing. Obviously, I meant to plead the right thing so it can come off my record. I'm a teacher at a junior high right now. I'm actually at work now. I have two little kids. I'm trying to teach my business, but obviously I just want it to be non-disclosure so I don't have to ever file for this anymore, and I don't have to, it doesn't have to stay with me for the rest of my life. Like, God
Well, you
forgives,
need to
I
understand
forgive,
though,
other people forgive.
no,
So it's
I know that you're upset with the news. But a couple things. Number one, no one forces anyone to plead guilty around here. Everything done around here is with everyone's consent, and you signed plea paperwork to that effect, indicating that you were advised, you agree with it, and you came up here and you voluntarily pled to the case. I understand you now
but
have
why would I
rigors.
do that though? Like,
How am I
if
supposed to know why you did that?
okay, well, I
That's
made a
on you.
mistake, Judge. I made a mistake. I don't know about these things, is what I'm telling you. I don't get in trouble. I don't know what to do. I'm doing what the people tell me to do. And if I would have known that pleading guilty would lead me here, I wouldn't have done it. I did not know. I was unaware
I
and
advise you to the
uninformed.
fact, like everybody, that there's no buyer's remorse. This isn't like Target. When you plead guilty, you can return it because you don't like it. This is a lifetime decision, and every person that comes up here, we ensure that they understand that they are making a lifetime decision to plead guilty. That's it. If you have any issues, you can always go back and talk to the person who represented you. But I'm telling you now that it
That was 6 years
it is what
ago.
it is.
I don't
So
even remember who represented me.
you
Like,
should be able to look it up and you should be able to find, okay?
I
I will
don't
say
even
this,
know who
though.
it is.
I will say this, that the type of remedy you are seeking, a non-disclosure, even even with this type of order that is granted, it seals it from the general public. There are, all agencies will still be able to see this regardless. So if you ever apply to the state to become something, they will be able to see this, right? All this does is it masks it from the general public. So like if you apply for, yeah, well, I'm getting more than what I should, right? But if you have any issues, what you can do is talk to a lawyer. They can
So
advise
it
you
stays on my
properly.
record forever, no matter what, even if I get it
I'm
disclosed.
Ms. Wickenhofer, I can't give you legal advice, okay? But what I'm willing to do is this, is that if you want, I can give you your money back. And if you want to, I can put this off for a couple days for you to talk to a lawyer if you'd like, to see,
Give me my money back for what?
for the filing fee. You had to pay a $250 filing fee, did you not?
Yeah, I guess that was in the easy expunction thing.
Sure. Oh, well, no, you had it waived, I think. Hold on a second. Let me see. You had it waived. She did a waiver, right? So that she didn't pay?
Okay.
Okay, so there's nothing to give back then. Okay. All right. So basically, long and short of it is I can't grant this for you. If you want, I can put it off for a couple days so you can go talk to a lawyer about it. And we can set you off for mid next week if you want. But I'm basically telling you how it's going to go.
I'm just confused though. How come y'all can't expunge DWIs if you only have one? I literally
Ms.
researched
Wickenhofer, I
that.
can't give you legal advice. You need to talk to a lawyer about that.
Oh, okay.
May the state make an argument that
Please.
may assist the defendant.
This is the district attorney on your case.
Okay.
Okay.
So in the government code, chapter 411, subchapter E1, specifically 411.0735, which is a procedure for convictions on certain misdemeanors, the court only has discretion to issue a non-disclosure if they're convicted of cases other than DWIs, among other things. So DWI convictions on a misdemeanor plea are one of those cutouts in the government code in which the judge, even if he wanted to, could not grant a non-disclosure. So because the defendant in this case took a plea of 4 days county jail, which is effectively a time served, the state's opinion is the government code does not allow the court to issue or grant a non-disclosure in this case.
Because I pleaded guilty. But either way, what the judge is saying is that if it's a non-disclosure, it's still probably applicable to see through other employees, like they're able to see it anyways. So I guess it really doesn't matter. Is that what you're saying, Judge?
Ms. Wickenhopper, I can't give you legal advice. I can't. As much as I'd like to, I can get in trouble for doing that. So Mr. Haddad was nice enough to tell you why you're not eligible for it. The only thing I can tell you now is that if you want, you can go talk to a lawyer, and I'm willing to give you a short reset for you to go do that to see if there's something else. But you tell me, what would you like?
That's fine. I guess a reset, and then I'll call them and ask them.
Tell me what day next week you want to do this again.
Wait, can we do it at the same time? Like 10:30 through 12? That's 10 to 12. I'm usually off. So
Sure, of course. Tell me what day.
any day, I guess Monday.
Is that enough time for you to go talk to a lawyer?
Yeah, I'm going to call them right now.
Okay.
Yeah.
Remember,
I have them.
lawyers are really busy, so be patient. Don't expect them to just jump at, just,
It's not a lawyer. It's an expansion people. They're the ones who's working it. Not me.
Remember,
Not a lawyer.
talk to a lawyer. Don't talk to these people who are not lawyers, because they may give you shoddy advice. So be careful who you
Okay.
talk to,
Okay. Yes,
You
sir.
talk to some Joe Schmo who tells you they know. All right.
What day?
So what, you want Monday?
Yeah, Monday sounds good. At what
Okay.
time?
All right, done. Same time, noon on Monday.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. See you then.
Take care. Bye.
Yasmin Davila?
Yes.
Davila, you're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one will be appointed to you, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay.
sir. On October 17, 2024, the officer was dispatched to a one motor vehicle accident at 2000 block of Forest Oaks Road in Harris County, Texas. Upon arrival, the officer observed the defendant standing near the driver's side door of his vehicle, and the officer observed the vehicle to be completely disabled since it had crashed against a large tree. The defendant admitted to being the sole occupant and driver of the vehicle, and the officer observed the defendant to have slurred speech, a moderate odor of an alcoholic beverage, and red glossy eyes. The defendant admitted to drinking, and standard field sobriety tests were conducted. HGN 6 out of 6, walk and turn 6 out of 8, and the one leg stand was 3 out of 4. The DIC was read, but the defendant refused, and a blunt warrant was obtained and executed.
Okay, Ms. Davila, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a Texas driver license, ma'am? Do you have valid liability insurance in your name? Then you're not allowed to drive. If you don't have car insurance, you may not drive, and I'm making that a condition of your bond. I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. I'm going to randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol or any kind of dope, I will put you in jail. Alex, she has a prior obstruction of a highway. Those are usually DWIs that are reduced to either like a reckless or a obstruction. Is this a prior DWI that was reduced? And if you can run her to see if she has any DWIs from elsewhere, please.
Yes, Your Honor, and the obstruction does not appear to be a prior DWI that was
Is it
reduced.
true obstruction?
Yes, Your Honor, and I'll run her NCIC and double check for you.
Please.
Judge Fleischer listened, his expression a blend of empathy and unwavering duty. He explained the hard truth of the law. A straight conviction cannot be hidden. He recounted the leniency she was shown years before, time served, fees waived, but the statute left no room for discretion. His voice was firm, yet carried a regretful tone. He wanted to help people better their lives, but his hands were bound by the black and white text of the government code. Justice, in this moment, was not about desire, but about the law.
Your Honor, she has no other prior DWIs or open cases.
The reason I'm asking that, ma'am, is that if I see that you had any prior contacts, I would put an interlock on your car. I'm not going to at this point, but I am ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs. If I find that you're consuming anything, I will revoke your bond, put you in jail. You will not get any more PR bonds. Do you understand?
I do.
What do you do for a living, man? How old are you?
I'm 20. I'm a bartender.
You're 20?
8.
You're 28. Where do you bartend at? At a local bar?
Cites. No, I live 30 minutes away from it.
Be careful. Temptation is high when you work in a bar. Understand, I'm not going to accept this. Oh, a beer fell into my mouth, or I slipped and fell and alcohol came. Doesn't matter. Don't consume alcohol. You understand? How much money do you make a month, man?
Say 2,000.
Are you married?
I'm not.
Children? Can you afford a lawyer?
I can't. No.
Let's do this. I'll have you fill out an application. I need to know everything about you. I need to know how much money you have in the bank, your expenses, all income that you have coming in from any other places, whether it be this or that. I need to know everything about you, and I'll see whether you qualify for an appointed lawyer. We'll have you fill that out. I'm now going to also have you sign an affidavit that you're not allowed to drive until you have car insurance. And then I'm going to have you sign a receipt with Victoria. You'll eventually get with pre-job bond conditions. Then we'll have you take your seat in the jury box. Okay? Please.
Page 14.
Are you Miss Newbin? Miss Newbin, you're charged with failure to stop and give information, which is leaving the scene of an accident without exchanging information. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you can afford one will be appointed to you.
Yes, sir. On October 16, 2024, the officers were dispatched to a citizen following a failure to stop and give information suspect in Harris County, Texas. The officer made contact with the complainant, whose vehicle had a large-sized dent in the rear quarter panel with damages that appeared to be new. The defendant's vehicle had minor dents and scratches on the left panel of the motor vehicle. The complainant stated he was driving when the defendant tried to change lanes into the lane the complainant was in, but the defendant ended up hitting the complainant instead. The complainant stated the defendant quickly drove southbound, stopped one time, and stated she would not provide information regarding an accident that had only caused some scratches and bumps. The complainant stated the defendant then drove away, and the complainant followed her to an apartment complex, with the gate closing before the complainant could follow her inside. The defendant stated she was driving. She attempted to get over to the far left lane. The complainant was on the phone and not paying attention, and she hit the complainant, causing minor scratches and dents. The defendant stated the complainant looked crazy, so she did not stop and kept driving into other parking lots to avoid the complainant. The defendant stated there were only minor damages, so she should not have to provide information. The damage was approximately $200.
Okay. Ms. Newbin, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. Do you have a valid Texas driver license? You are not allowed to drive. I am making that a condition of your bond. You will be signing an affidavit with me today promising you're not going to drive. If I find that you drive, I will have a contempt hearing. You'll be facing an additional 6 months in jail and a $500 fine every time you drive. Do you understand? If you want to drive, all I'm asking you to do is follow the law, get a license, get liability insurance, and then I'll let you drive. But if I find that you drive in violation of this, there's going to be a heavy, heavy toll. Do you understand? What do you do for a living, man?
Hairstylist,
How much money do you make a month?
2,500.
Do you have any children?
Yes.
How many children do you have? Do you get support for the kids? Do you want to apply for an appointed lawyer? Okay, I'm gonna have you come up here, swear to us that you're not gonna drive. She's gonna give you an application for a court appointed lawyer. I need you to fill out everything for me and be honest, and I'll see whether you qualify. After that, I'll have you take a seat. I'll have you sign a receipt with Victoria, and then we'll have you take a seat in the jury box, man. Okay? Please.
Page 6, Cruz Mendoza, Spanish speaker.
Good morning,
Hi,
yeah.
Irma. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Your timing is impeccable.
Yes, sir.
You ready? Let's go. Do you want a second to talk to him first?
Just the arraignment, right?
No, I haven't done it yet.
Okay, let's just do it.
Do you want to, you want to wait?
We're good. We're
You're
good.
good?
I've already
Okay.
spoken.
All right. Good morning, Mr. Cruz Mendoza.
Hágase para acá, por favor. Bueno,
Sir, you were charged with driving while intoxicated. You are facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. We are going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you.
estará en contra de
You
usted.
have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you.
Uno podría ser asignado.
On October 16th, 2024, the officer conducted a traffic stop for the defendant impeding traffic and for an improper turn. The defendant was the sole occupant and operator of the motor vehicle. Upon contact, the officer observed the defendant with red, watery, bloodshot eyes, an odor of an alcoholic beverage, slurred speech, and poor balance. The defendant appeared confused and was unable to tell the officer where she was coming from.
De donde venía.
The defendant
El
advised
acusado
he
dijo
consumed
de que él
4
había
12-ounce Corona
consumido
beers
12
and 1
cervezas
40-ounce
Corona,
Corona
una
beer
de 40
prior to
onzas
operating the
antes de
vehicle.
haber conducido el vehículo.
9 opening containers
9
of 12-ounce
latas
Corona
abiertas
beers
de
were
12
located inside the
de
motor
12
vehicle.
onzas estaban
All
dentro del
cold to the
vehículo,
touch.
todos estaban frías cuando
Drinking
tocaban.
while he's driving? Is that what you're saying?
Cuando
Yes, Your
en
Honor.
lo que conducía, es lo que me está diciendo, sí, señor.
Standard field sobriety
Las
tests
pruebas de
were
estándar de
conducted.
seguridad se habían
HGN was 6 out of 6.
es decir, HGN de
Walk
las
and
6 a
turn
6,
8 out of 8.
de 8 de 8,
One leg
también
stand, 0 out
voltear,
of 4.
pararse una pierna, 0 de
The
4.
DIC was
El
read
DIC se
and the
le
defendant
leyó y
consented
el
to grab.
acusado dio
The
consentimiento
results were
gozoso
.138 and .14.
.14.
Mr. Cruz Mendoza,
Señor Cruz
I'm going to
Mendoza,
find that there's
yo voy a
probable
encontrar que
cause
sí
to
hay
go
suficiente
forward with your
motivo para
case.
seguir adelante con
I
su
would
caso.
hope that you recognize it's elementary that you're not supposed to have alcohol in the car while you are driving. And I'm going to tell you now that in and of itself is a minimum of 5 days in jail to any sentence that you get. What is your immigration status in this country? Are you here with or without permission?
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
Va a la cárcel.
Think.
Yo no, piense.
Don't tell him, Enrique. I
No
want
le
him
diga,
to
Enrique. Quiero que lo piense.
Are you in this country with or without permission?
Sin permiso.
Sin permiso.
Without permission.
What happens if you go to jail?
Si acaso usted va a la cárcel.
Deportación.
Deportation.
Right. Exactly right.
Cierto.
You will get an immigration detainer. You will be stuck like Chuck in jail until this case is over with, and then you will be shipped off to immigration, where you will sit for another 6 to 9 months waiting for immigration to do whatever they're going to do. And I'm going to tell you now, if you do anything close to anything more than 4 hours in custody, they will put a detainer on you. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes.
I'm putting conditions on your bond now. And if I find that you violate it in any way, I will put you in jail and you will not get any more PR bonds. If you do not have a Texas driver license and liability insurance, you are not to drive. I am now making that a condition of your bond. Do not drive. Do you understand?
¿Entiende? Yes.
I'm also ordering you not to consume alcohol or illegal drugs, and I will randomly test you. If I find that you're consuming alcohol and kind of drugs, likewise, you will go to jail. No more PR bonds.
Voy a encarcelar y no voy a...
Doesn't have any pride to the guys, Alex.
Señor
No, Your
presidente, es más, señor.
Sign that.
Have a great
Ok,
lawyer.
usted tiene un gran
It
abogado.
is your responsibility to stay in touch with Mr. Ramirez, and he will tell you when you have to come back to court. If he tells me he can't get a hold of you because you're playing games and not responding to phone calls or text messages, I will issue a warrant for your arrest.
A ver, orden de arresto.
Do you understand?
¿Entiende?
I'm going to tell you now that I will do everything in my power to protect this county. I will protect this county at all costs. This is the only warning that you are going to get from us, so I hope that you heed it. There will be no more for you.
Es que no va a haber otra.
I will have you come up here, swear to us that you're not going to drive. After that, I'll get you to Victoria, where we'll have you sign a reset. After that, you'll get with pretrial for your bond conditions. And after that, you guys are free to go. Be safe when you're out there and make good decisions.
Cuidado cuando andas de afuera y
Judge, I've
tome
asked
buenas
the state to sign
decisiones.
a standard discovery order for your execution. I don't know where it's at.
It's with Chief.
I'll sign it for you, Nikki. Okay.
Pase para acá.
Page 19.
Judge, just for the record, the state refused to sign it, so I'm writing refused on here
Really?
and submitting it to the court for execution, implementation. Thank you.
Judge, I'm not refusing.
Sign it then. Sign it.
Hold on. Generally, these discovery orders, the state doesn't have to sign the order that the judge will sign. I'm just not agreeing to the motion. I'm not refusing to sign.
Got it. It's not a big deal. I'll sign it for you, and I got it for you.
This is Mr. Steed, Your Honor. Page 19.
Ernest Javon Steed.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Steed, you're charged with violation of a bond condition or protective order. You're facing up to a year in jail and or a $4,000 fine. We're going to do probable cause. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can or will be used against you. You have the right to have an attorney present. If you cannot afford one, one will be appointed to you, sir.
Yes, Judge.
Okay.
On October 2nd, 2024, officers were dispatched to a disturbance at a residence in Harris County, Texas. The complainant stated that the defendant came to her apartment and rang the doorbell. The complainant has footage of the defendant from the doorbell camera showing him outside her apartment door trying to talk to her through the camera. On the June 5th, 2024, the court issued a protective order which states the defendant is prohibited from coming within 200 feet of the complainant's residence, and the order is in full effect until June 5th, 2026. The defendant was given notice on May 31st, 2024 of the application of the order and was in a Zoom video on the date of the hearing.
Is this from the 280,
Yes, Your Honor.
the domestic violence court?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you know if he has any open cases now anywhere else? You mind checking?
I'll run and yes, Your Honor. No open cases, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Steed, I'm going to find that there's probable cause to go forward with your case. I want you to understand that the Texas Constitution does not allow me, but in extremely limited circumstances, to hold someone at no bond, zero bond. This is one of those cases that if we put conditions on your violation of protective order and you violate these conditions, I can have a hearing to hold you at no bond until this case is over with. And I will do that in a heartbeat to protect every single person of this county. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
I'm ordering you now not to have any contact with this person and not to be in possession of any weapons. I'm not asking much. I'm just asking you don't have any contact with this person. Don't go near within 200 feet of where they live or where they work. If you violate it again, you know what's going to happen. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Do you see a mark that's been granted on this one? I want to make you aware of one more thing, that I'm going to enter, and if there's not a protective order now, other than the one in there, I'm going to enter in a new one right now. And if you violate the protective order again, you will be charged with a third-degree felony, looking at 2 to 10 in the penitentiary, because a second or subsequent violation of protective order, that's a third-degree felony, and you're looking at a lot of time in prison. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
No means no. Doesn't mean maybe, doesn't mean she called me, asked me to come over. Just no means no. That's it. Okay, so what I'm doing now is I'm entering in what's called a magistrate's order for emergency protection, magistrate order for emergency protection that identifies Brianna Ford as a protected individual. You cannot commit family violence or an assault against this person, commit an act in furtherance of an offense under section 42.072 of the Texas Penal Code, which is the stalking statute. You cannot stalk, threaten, harass, use another person to communicate a threat or harassing behavior. You cannot go within 200 feet of where she lives or where she works, and you cannot be in possession of a weapon. Do you understand?
Sorry.
No one can authorize you to violate this statute. So if she were to call you and say, hey man, come on over, let's talk about this, and you go to that address listed in here, you're still in violation. So just don't have any contact with the person. Don't go over there and you'll be fine.
Sir.
What do you do for a living?
Photographer, and I do Uber as well.
Do you have a Texas driver license?
Mississippi. I'm from Mississippi.
How long?
Back and forth.
What's the domicile? Where do you live?
I live in Houston, but I do a lot of photography in Mississippi, so I kind of go back and forth on the weekends.
Do you have liability insurance in your name?
Yes.
Have car insurance in your name?
Yes.
Okay. As long as you have car insurance in your name and you have a license and you may continue to drive, just don't violate this protective order.
Yes, sir.
We are going to give you time for you to hire a lawyer. So I'm going to have you come up here, sign the protective order. We'll give you a copy of the protective order. I'll have you sign a reset with Victoria. We'll have you take a seat while I get your bond conditions for you, no contact, no weapons. After you sign it, you'll be free to go. All right? Come on. Hey, guys, can I give you a cost number? 2535197. It's a 2B. Read it and then let's talk.
Mr. Avery, Bali?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes, Joe.
People still meet on that website to allow people to come to their house. Just,
Yeah.
really? It's silly.
I guess it happens.
So someone you've never met before, you meet them off of a grinder and just let them. I don't get it. I don't.
Off of the wallet.
And then, yeah. So it'll be interesting to see when this person gets here.
It will. It will. Thanks for bringing it to our attention.
Lori.
All right, Judge, good morning. I'm here on Bashiro Cardball. This is a case that's old. It is a criminal trespass that happened at the same place where he broke into a person's house and got into bed with the woman. And you said you wanted to carry it to trial, but then they reset the trial to February of 2025. I'm wanting this case dismissed, or we'll, you know.
And I don't think that we're doing any good by doing that, Lori. I think that, this is one of those where it just keeps coming back. And I think that we need to have him TRAS to see where we go. To see.
Well,
how do we help him.
he's going to the penitentiary upstairs on the Berg Half.
Michael, do you mind looking at Mr. Cargbo with a K, K-A-R?
Yeah.
We have every once in a while that defendant that keeps coming back, trespass after trespass after trespass after trespass, or theft after theft after, and we time serve it, they go out. Time serve it, go out. Time serve it, go out. I'm done. I'm done with the catch and release. So what I'd like to do is TRAS, how do we help this person? How do we stop the revolving door, right? Problem is that he's got the Berg Hab upstairs.
And they've got a 20-year TDC on it.
20 years.
This is a case where we can help the defendant in a misdemeanor court, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's going to the
As much as I'd like
penitentiary
to.
upstairs.
I just don't think this case, he's going to Huntsville either way. It's just a matter of how long. I mean, our offer's 20 to avoid trial, but.
The offer's what?
20 to avoid trial, but.
Isn't that the max? That's
No,
the
he's
max.
15 to life, Judge.
Oh, he's a 15 to life.
Yes, Judge.
Oh,
Yeah.
I didn't
I'm
realize.
assuming on a bird with intent to commit sexual assault with these facts, without a ton of mitigation, that's easily 20, if not more.
Oh,
So-
I didn't realize that I had all that baggage.
Yeah.
Lori, I guess you're right, huh? You want to set
Yeah.
it for after the day after felony then?
Yes, sir. I just need your permission to do that.
So let's set it 45 days out just in case.
Okay.
Just in case something happens, we'll do that, come back. If it's still on the same path upstairs, we'll do another 45.
Okay.
Wait it out. I'm with you as far as, I guess, just holding it to see what happens. But if for some reason, like just for S and giggles, they end up dismissing the case upstairs, I'm not time served. I don't want to time serve. And then I want to do TRAS to see where we go. You never know what happens upstairs, right?
Yes, Judge. Yes, Judge.
If he goes 20, then obviously we can't do anything. But if they end up dismissing it or reducing it to a misdemeanor and it's the time served on a misdemeanor, I'm not.
I would never time for this case either way, Judge.
Yeah, okay.
I'll just deal with that issue.
All right. Okay. All right, Lori, thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
Just pick a day, any day.
December 10th to the 12th.
Did you hear
That's
that?
fine.
Any day?
She said December 10th, right?
Yes.
Done.
That's fine. Thank you. I have a good one.
Thanks, Lori. You too.
I'm here this morning representing Brian Huey.
Huey.
Yes, it's on today's docket for bail review.
Page 33.
Thanks.
So Mr. Huey has two failure to IDs, an older one, and he recently picked up another one while waiting on a metro platform. I've discussed the matter with him and with the district attorney. Mr. Huey's issue right now is he's homeless for economic reasons. He says he's looking for employment. He doesn't have a phone, but he shared with me his email and his mother's number, which he occasionally speaks with his mother and can receive messages there. So I think there is a possibility if he received a PR bond, I'd be able to keep up with him.
Do you mind now, Mr. Huey, please? Huey. Give me a second. I want to talk to you.
Yeah, but he's expressed a desire to resolve this today with a plea, and I spoke with the district attorney. He's willing to dismiss one if he pleads.
Time served the other one.
And time served on the
I
other.
get it. Problem is that he's been on the lam for 10 months. We gave him a PR bond. He's been gone for 9.5 months. We now have him. Only reason is because something happened to get the attention of the cops. He's now in jail.
He didn't have a ticket for the metro.
So he just what?
No,
Got a
so
ride on
he
it?
was
Is that
going- Right, he was using the metro train without a fare.
We talked to him to see.
That's what's alleged.
You know, I'm not letting him loose to the street. If he has a place to go to, I'm happier to do it than I'm not going to just let him on the street. We did that one time. What happened? You know,
have a social worker from the master.
so, well, not necessarily that. If you're able to get a hold of mom, if he knows mom's phone number, call mom, and she says, "Hey, I'm willing to take him in," then we can do that and do release instructions. But in no way am I releasing him to the street. We've done that before, and this is what happens. So it'd be foolish to keep doing the same thing. But if we have a place for him to go to, I'm game.
Okay.
And I'll tell him when he comes out. Hugh, talk to me while we're waiting.
I have a couple of guys in custody.
Okay. Tell me, come on.
Javier Gallendo.
Okay.
He was taken into custody several weeks ago for failed drug tests. I wanted to approach on the PR bond. I just spoke with him, and it seems like he is just a completely different person now. He's been off, he's cleaned up, and so he does have that.
Wonders what jail will do to you, and to your mind, how to clean you up.
Yeah. Being sober for a couple of weeks, he seems a lot better.
We took him in. When did we take him in?
He was on
about 10 days ago.
Yes. And he also has there's the felony that's attached to this. That setting is on December 5th, but he's bond available on the felony. So this is the only thing that's holding
Alex,
him.
what's going on with the felony case with Mr. Galindo?
With the felony case right now, there are 2 offers on it. There's a 5-year deferred and a 2-year TDC offer on there. And as of now, that's all we have. With legs.
Morning, Mr. Huey. How's jail?
Cold.
Yeah, that's true. It's cold, dark, smells. That's right. Your lawyer has asked for me to give you a PR bond. Why would I do that? You don't come to court. We give you a PR bond. You go back on the street and then do whatever you want. You don't come back to court.
I'll make it to some up.
We've heard that before, Mr. Huey. We've heard that before, Mr. Huey. He's asked for me to give you a PR bond. The only way I'm going to let you out is if you have a place to go to. I'm not letting you out to the street. If you have a place to go to, that someone's going to take you in and let you sleep there, and one of the conditions of your bond will be that you go to this place and that you stay there. I don't want you roaming the streets. Nothing good happens on the streets. How old are you? Oof.
Order in the court.
The hard living 42, man. You don't look 42. And I'm going to tell you, living on the streets, 15 years will pass in the blink of an eye. When you're 50, you're going to look like you're 120, because that's the hard living on the street. And I'm not done with that. And it's not going to happen here. So if you can find a place that's willing to take him in and that's willing to keep him there for an extended period, meaning that he stays there for most of the day and just roam the street using. If I drug test you now, what are you going to test positive for?
Yeah, probably not. I'll be honest, probably not. Marijuana. That's it.
What else?
That's it, marijuana.
I don't believe that. What else, Mr. Huey? If you're not honest with me, I'm not giving you a PR bond.
Silence in the court.
I did PCP 2 weeks ago.
Stop.
All week.
It's ruining your life.
Yes, sir.
I don't see what the fascination with PCP is, man. Reach out, see who you can find out, who he's got in his life, who's ready to take him in, and then we'll talk. But if you find someone, I'm down, but not to the street.
Your Honor, if I'm unable to find someone, are you open to us approaching on
It's
it?
open to anything, of course.
If he does elect to accept the plea offer from the district attorney and do the time served, is that
I'm going to tell you this, Mr. Huey, now that I'm done with catch and release. And I'm done with the fact that you continue to pick up cases and then get out of here on time served. This is not a revolving door. So if you're someone who's going to continue to catch cases and get into jail, I'm going to have you TRAS. And if they recommend residential treatment, that's what we're going to do. So no more of this catch and release. Do you understand? Okay. All right. You let me know. Okay.
And Your Honor, just so you know, I do have the answer about this phone situation.
Okay. We'll talk. Okay.
It's for Gallendo.
So first thing I want to do is, and did we have him TRAS yet?
No.
Let's do that first. Okay. I want to see how we go forward with him. I want to know what's going on specifically with his life. And depending on how honest he is and what they say, we'll talk about doing some kind of treatment and a release for treatment. And we use jail as a sanction. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I want him to get treatment and we'll use jail as a kind of the proverbial carrot, you know?
Okay.
So first things first, let me have him TRAS to see which way we go. And then we'll talk when we get the results, which hopefully we can have it by mid next week.
Okay.
Because I will TRAS him within, there's no way today, right? Monday, you think? Monday or Tuesday. I don't want you to like burn any bridges, you know? We'll expedite it so it gets done quick. So he's not going to sit there for a week.
So I'll just get a setting for next week.
Get it for like maybe next Wednesday. We should hopefully have the results then, and then let him know to be honest, because if he's not honest and it comes back and it's little bunny jumping in the woods, I'm going to send him back to do it again.
Yeah. Okay. And I do know he has a place to go. Like his sister's a teacher and I've spoken with her before. So
Will she take him?
Yes, that's at least
you were sure.
Yeah. Well, that's what he told me. I've not spoken with her about that.
There's a big, because, you know, before we release him, I want to also know that he's not on the street, huh? Okay. Who else? What else?
Then I also have Timothy Smart, and he's in custody as well. He's going to seek a PR bond on this one. I did have him psych tested and came back competent. So he does have he says he has a place to.
He never appears. He doesn't even come to court.
Okay.
Bond is a 7503 because he doesn't show up.
Okay.
Taken off. 1, 2. We gave him a general order bond 6/29/24. Then we gave him a PR bond on 7/18/24, and then we gave him yet another PR bond on 9/1/24. And he has not shown up any of those times. So
understood.
Who else?
That's it. Yeah.
Okay. Find out what's going on with him. Is he on the street as well?
Yes.
You know?
He says he does have a place to stay, has a friend that lives near Navigation that he can stay with.
I can't. It's his fourth trespass on the prior assault that we had with him early last year.
It was dismissed.
2004. So he never shows up. If you want, I can tell him to. You know, we can bring out and I can talk to him if you want.
No, so I'll speak with him. I'll let him know. Okay.
Sorry.
Yeah, no problem. I'll get his because I just received the discovery on his case. So I'll just set it probably for next week.
Sure. Okay.
All right. Great. Thank you, Judge.
Hi. Yes, ma'am.
I'm not approaching on a case. I just wanted to come introduce myself. I'm
Hi.
taking some court appointments in here. So
You're doing what?
taking some court appointments and.
Oh, okay, great. Yeah, thanks for helping. We've done quite a bit. You didn't get any?
I got 2.
Okay,
Yes,
great.
sir. Yes, so.
Well, let us know whatever you need.
Thank
Happy
you. I
to help.
appreciate it. Alrighty. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, who got hurt? Don't talk to him or else I'm going to put you in back. Do you understand? You are not allowed to talk to people in the jury box. In the purple, can you move him over there, please? You, over there. This isn't the club, man.
Is this your signature? Would you see what they give me this document?
I'm sorry.
Would you see what give this document?
Yes.
Thank you. Next, I'm gonna take your right button and then press it down on that.
Greg. That's your client right there.
The teacher's frustration boiled over. I shouldn't be disciplined because I didn't know how to plea, she argued, her life now better than ever. But the judge held the line, offering only a refund of the filing fee and a reset to consult a lawyer. It was a stark lesson in finality. A guilty plea is a lifetime decision, not a returnable item. As she left, the lesson echoed. The courtroom deals in permanent consequences, where even sincere redemption meets the immovable wall of the law.
Yeah.
And talk. She's getting antsy. If you'd mind talking to her, please.
I'm going to talk to them real quick. And we'll get a reset down here and I'll talk to her about it.
Honey, hey, talk to me.
Just reapproaching about Mr. Huey.
Okay.
So I attempted to contact his mother. I haven't had a response yet. I have called the Star of Hope, which is a place he stayed previously. They do have space available.
Yeah.
They don't do intake over the phone. He has to show up in person.
I'm not going to trust that to happen.
Okay.
I don't think he'll do that.
Okay.
You know, even if we were to get him, the only way was if I have release instructions to someone who would actually take him there, and they don't do that at Star Hope. The only way they do that is at like the mental health, the Ed Emmett mental health facility. So let's do this. Can we roll it to tomorrow? We continue to reach out to mom, see if it happens. I really, if I say, hey, go to the Star Hope, you think he's going to go?
I don't have background to know with this particular client. He does know where it is. He told me the directions to it.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that
He's going to go.
I don't know, Your Honor.
So did you were you able to leave a message? To mom?
No, but I did text her. So I call, it doesn't go to voicemail, it just clicks off. Yeah, so I've sent a text to the number with my information.
This guy here.
Want to roll it to tomorrow? What would you like?
Yeah. I'll see what I think his preference may be to accept the plea offer rather than roll it, is what his preference would be.
Right, but with or without.
I don't feel comfortable letting him out because I don't think he's going to show up. I mean, history shows that he's not going to show up, you know, so.
I can't dispute that.
Do you want me not to accept it?
Yeah. I think he knows his interests better than me. I know that he has shared with me that he has a medical condition that he takes medicine for. And he's able to get it Benton. He tells me that the jail's been giving it to him infrequently. So he wants to get to Benton to take his medicine. Also, you know, when he's charged, he's not breaking windows, he's not accosting people. He was trying to ride the metro. And of the things I see my clients accused of, that seems.
I understand it's not bad. Like, it's not the end of the world. I get it. But he still doesn't show up. If I let him out again, he's not going to show up. It's been 10 months.
Which is why I'm inclined to, if he wants to plead and resolve this.
Mr. Miller, if he wants to do that, I'm okay with it as well. But I don't think he's going to show up again here.
I can't argue that.
So I guess let him see what he wants to do. If he wants to do it, I'm okay with it, obviously. And if he's okay waiting, seeing if we can find him a place, or with the social work, you know, perhaps they'll offer him PTI, so they'll end up dismissing it.
I think you have the same difficulty completing a PTI. I think more.
Really?
He's homeless, sir. I mean, it's just. I mean, he's not able to get the fare for a metro. So.
But that's my choice, though. If he's got a mom, it's choices, you know? I guess talk to him, let me know what to do. If he wants to take the deal, okay. But I'm just not comfortable giving him a PR bond because I don't think he's going to show up, right?
Understood.
And I certainly don't want to just release him on the street. I mean, if he has a place to go to, I told you I'll give him a PR bond. But as it stands now, I'm not going to trust for him to go to Starbucks because I know he's not going to go.
Okay.
He'd rather be on the street than, I mean, why would you rather be on the street than at mom's house? Because he wants to use PCP. And
I'm
you
sure.
know, it's a lifestyle, I guess, right? Not one that you and I like, but it's a lifestyle some people choose.
I don't pretend to understand though. There might be mental health issues. Maybe there's issues with the family. You just never know the full story.
Okay.
I've talked to him for
once
5
and
minutes.
then, you know, yeah. Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
I'm offended. Thanks. Good morning, Ms. Scott.
How you been, Mr. Fletcher?
I'm sorry.
How you been?
Oh, great. Thank you. Ms. Scott, you're charged with assault of a family member. Why is she still in custody? What happened?
Well, she actually has a felony as well, Judge. And we work.
Assault?
Yes, Judge. I'm actually the attorney for the felony. I'm covering for a colleague, but so we came to an agreement. She has injury to a child in felony. So what they're basically saying is if she takes a 12-month misdemeanor in her misdemeanor, then they'll go ahead and dismiss the felony.
Okay.
So just when she pleads, I'll just run up to the 14th.
How old is the child?
Let's see. 14.
You know, hell hath no fury as a scorned woman and a scorned teenager. No one can make your life a more living hell than a teenager who is hell on wheels. And what you do to a teenager now will impact them for the rest of their life. If you beat them into submission constantly to get them to do stuff, what do you think they're going to do to their kids?
The same.
Same thing. It's not fair. 99% of the people in Harris County are in jail because of one reason and one reason only. You want to take a guess why?
Of harming their kids. Harming their kids.
Self-control. You get upset, you wig out, and you unleash without thinking of what the consequence is. 99%, if I had to guess, self-control. What kind of injuries are we talking to the child here? What happened?
Says that the complainant, the 14-year-old, stated that she had observed the defendant drinking, and after the defendant returned home, she told the defendant to stop consuming, and that's when the defendant with an open palm pushed her and then began striking her multiple times and pinned her to the ground, and then bit her right ear, causing pain.
So the child has to tell you to stop drinking. One of the conditions that you will have while you're on this probation is not to consume alcohol. And I'm going to put a leg monitor on you so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. This is a scram ankle monitor so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. Part of the other plea bargain that you will have to do is a parenting class as well. And I'm going to tell you now, if you have a drug and alcohol problem, you better address it, because if I find that you have issues with drugs and alcohol, I'm going to take care of it for you. And I promise you, Ms. Scott, you're not going to like the way that I do it. Do you understand? If I find that you have a problem, we can always file a motion. We can see what's going on and put you in a rehab facility in the jail. And I will do that in a second to protect every single child of Harris County. Do you understand? Is CPS involved in your life? You're lucky that they aren't, but it's only a matter of time before they are. And I'm going to tell you, when CPS gets involved in your life, it really turns your whole household upside down, not to mention the cost that you will incur, because you're probably going to have to hire a lawyer to represent you on that as well. You are lucky that they're offering you something like this to avoid a felony, because anytime you can avoid a felony conviction, you're winning. But I'm going to tell you, I'm going to hold you to this. One false move, they will file a motion to revoke. I'm going to put you in jail. And if I find that it's substance abuse issues, then we will well be looking at treatment in the jail. How long have you been in custody now?
4 months.
Who's taking care of the 14-year-old now?
She stayed with my mom and I stayed with my uncle. Before I came to jail, I was staying with all my kids were staying with me.
How many kids do you have?
I have 3, but my 2 youngest, they stay with their dads. So while I'm getting myself together, probation, whatever, my daughter will be with my mom. So, and I'll be with my uncle.
Every child needs a mother.
Yes, sir.
Child needs a father, because when mom and dad are away, when the cat's away, the mice will play. And when you're gone, they're doing who knows what. So they need you there for their guidance. They need you there for their love, because if you don't give it to them, you're going to have a miserable next 4 to 5 years of your life. As far as conditions, did we ever do a TRAS?
No.
I want to order one now.
Okay.
Okay. Scram within 3 days of release, 30 days to get a job, parenting class, no drugs, no alcohol.
It's open for it now.
Well, you know, the other thing I'm going to imagine is it'd be interesting to see if they're going to do some kind of anger management class, maybe a BIP or something like that, you know? Right. Okay. So, but would I, okay. I'd like to, if we can, waive all the fees as well. So I'm going to try to waive as many of the fees as I can for you, but there's some things that you're going to have to pay for that I cannot pay for you.
I understand.
We can try to get TAP funding for you so that I can try to help you pay for as much as I can. As far as the scram, I don't know, you know, but I think that, I mean, I want to make sure, you know, I want this monitor on so I know that you're not consuming alcohol. And if you can show me after a couple months, you know, several months that you're trustworthy, we can talk about taking it off.
Yes, sir.
But my most important concern is that you're not drinking.
Yes, sir.
Don't drink at all. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
You give up a lot of rights by entering this agreement. You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, there are possible immigration consequences. You can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization. You give up the right to appeal. Once you plead guilty, once you accept this agreement, that's it. It's either you are stuck with this until you either complete it successfully or you get violated and we issue a warrant for your arrest. And I'm going to tell you now, I'm going to keep you with this until we make sure that all the classes take so that you don't
ask for it anyway. I was gonna ask for like AA for drinking and anger management anyway, so.
The TRAS, which is an evaluation to see, they're probably going to have you doing intensive outpatient treatment as well.
Okay.
And an anger management class as well. I'll try to, like I said, I mean, you need a job though, because you need something to occupy your time as well.
Yes, that's why I'm going back once I get everything coordinated.
What were you doing before this?
I was working before all this happened. You know? I was a manager at the season.
And Judge, if I may ask, would the TRES be after she's been released, or would that be understood?
So, but I'm going to tell you that if you fail to show up for the TRAS, the evaluation, because we're setting it within just a couple of days, if you fail to go, I will immediately file a warrant and we're going to do it while you're in custody. You got to get the TRAS done. I'm giving you the opportunity to do it on the outside now, but if you fail us, then they'll issue a warrant. We're going to do it while you're in custody.
Do I come here for the TRAS?
We'll discuss it right to where. So, I mean, all we're asking you to do, it's not that much. A parenting class, an anger management class, no drugs and no alcohol, and stick with the monitor for now. That's all you got to do.
I would. Whatever I have to do to show my kids I can do it, I'm willing to do it.
Oh, you need to also understand one thing. This comes with an affirmative finding of family violence. What that means is that you can never own a gun or ammunition as a result of this as well. If you pick up another one of these cases, you will be charged with a third-degree felony. If you ever put your hands on someone else, even so much as you just squeeze a little bit to where it hurts, they can use this case to enhance you to a third-degree felony, 2 to 10 of the penitentiary. Do you understand? So the next time you get upset, it's going to happen. You need to find another release. A person is not a release. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Right. How do you plead to the offense? Guilty or not guilty? I will not find you guilty. I will withhold that for a year. Scott, we want the best for you.
Yes,
You know, it's just all we're asking you to do is be nice. It's not hard. And if alcohol is a type of thing that makes you become into a Hyde, a Jekyll and Hyde, don't do it. All right. Good luck, man. Thank you, counsel.